Hello, and we are back in part 2 of the Gila Monster Chronicles. Let's see where we're going today. The next sector. Another civilian sector is what we will choose, rather than go to the nebula. Welcome to a new sector. Get to the exit beacon and jump to the next sector before pursuing rebels catch you. No problem, that's what we're doing. Do we want to visit a store right away? Probably not. Doesn't look like we have enough scrap for that. But if we look over way to the right, we see we have our quest marker. That was from the last sector that we were in the previous video, and we're going to make sure that we're visiting this location of the hidden Mantis war camp. But for now, let's pick a route. Do we want the bottom, south route, or the north route? Bottom route has a nebula that we could potentially hide in, buying us a little more time, but there is less locations to choose from. Let's start with this unvisited location. Scans reveal a large asteroid field nearby. Short-range scanners may discover useful materials while we wait for the FTL to recharge. Do we explore the asteroid field? Or is it too dangerous? We'll just wait for the FTL to charge. I say it's too dangerous. Why risk going into asteroids with this ship? Confident that we avoided a potential problem, we proceed to the next. Is it time to visit that store with the little bit of scrap that we have? I think so. The space station here has a traveling merchant who shows you his wares. Continue. Let's at least fix our hull and look into refueling. Everything else seems correct. We'll wait till we have more scrap before we do more. Jumping to the next node to the south. A strange vessel approaches. A digital message appears on your view screen. This is an automated merchant. Refill this vessel with fuel, and it will supply you with drones. Accept their offer for 3 fuel to get 1 drone, or reject their offer. I don't know about that deal. Doesn't sound good to me. Let's reject it. Moving right along, ignoring this poor offer we just received, let's head up a little bit. Aha! You spot a small rebel ship nearby. It seems to have been refitted for transport rather than combat. Does not seem to want to engage you or your ship. We encountered one of these in the last map, if everybody remembers. So how about this? Let's demand the surrender of their goods, just like before. We're going to secure their cargo by force. It's what we do. And of course, they're trying to run away. Cubbin and Liam, go to the weapons. We'll prepare a bomb for their engines in order to prevent their escape. Did a good time to use the mind control. Could have done it earlier, but let's start with it now. Everything seems okay. Once this guy gets out of mind control, he'll be defeated, and we have conquered the ship. The ship refuses to fight, but you still detect life signatures. Apparently, this was a prisoner transport. The single survivor offers to join your crew in exchange for their freedom. Oh, we get 35 scrap and Will the engineer. Will the Engie, I should say. What does he do? What do you do, Will? Nothing. Well, you'll be kind of on repair duty, and you can help run the weapons. Fellas, go get healed. Take a moment to take a break. Get all healed up before we head to our next location. We want to see if we can make our way to the nebula, because this will slow down the rebel fleet. Aha! We've encountered another Mantis-style ship. Soon after arriving in the system, you are hailed by a small cruiser. What good fortune that we happened to run into each other. Nothing personal, but you have some information we need. Ominous. Let's fight. Teleport to the weapon room. Prepare the bomb. Now that the Mantis has jumped in to attack us in the room that we have invaded, we're going to hope that we can mind control him. Got him. Oof. A missile strikes our engines. Brutal. Let's make sure we get some repair action in there. NGs, go. We're struck again. But we took the ship. There are no more life signs remaining on the ship. You strip it of useful materials. A little bit of fuel, some scrap, drone. I'll take it. Bring it back and get some repairs going. Not too bad. Although we did take 2 missiles directly to our hull. That was not very good. And it does mean that with the scrap that we have, we really do need to be looking at making some upgrades. I'm thinking a new set of shields. We were able to afford it. We now have Tier 2 shielding. This will help us moving forward. Will, we don't have a spot saved for you. Looks like you'll be heading to weapons as you were originally instructed. This time we'll remember to save the location. Moving right along. We are going to head into the nebula. We have the gas for it, I believe, and we're making our way up to this quest marker once we take this detour. And in the nebula, we have encountered the effect that lowers our power. We jump into the middle of a plasma storm. Multiple recently incapacitated ships loom in the shadows, briefly illuminated by the lightning. Oh, do we manually search the wreckage for survivors and equipment? Or do we avoid the risk and wait to jump away unscathed? I'm inclined to say we avoid the risk again. It's keeping in that tradition. We've been able to stay relatively intact. I can't even jump because everything's unpowered. Moving. We'll go to more nebula. Hope I don't run out of gas while we're out here. This is actually getting somewhat dangerous. But something worse happened. You see a small station nearby and feel the shudder of shots ringing through the ship. You can't be sure without sensors, but it seems there may be intruders on the ship. Good thing we're a Mantis ship, right? We should be able to scramble the fighters and take them out. Let's continue and deal with this problem. Aha! He's teleported right into our pilot room. Let's get Cubbin and Liam in there. We found him. Ha! Couple more humans. And our best fighters in there. They destroyed the pilot room. Oh my. Let's make our stand in the engine room so we can have all the Mantis hitting them. I believe we won due to overwhelming melee power of 4 Mantis defending our giant ship. However, we will need heals after this encounter. Okay. Looks like everything's back to normal, so we can continue on. Why don't we try this little unvisited location down here? I still feel that we will have enough gas. But there's nothing. Your scan reveals an ore refinery and several factories, all standing still and empty. No life signs detected. Nothing is here. Make sure we redistribute some of our power. Perhaps buy some more power. Okay. Back up to the top of the nebula. So far so good this time. Aha! I spoke too soon, didn't I? It appears that an automated rebel scout was positioned within this nebula to warn of our passing. This is the worst possible encounter for our poor Mantis ship, because we win by invading, which we cannot do in this situation. But it's trying to teleport away, which makes sense. If it gets away, we'll warn the fleet of our position. That will increase the speed in which the rebel armada is able to chase us down, and ideally, we don't want that. Removing the mind control and powering something else. Nothing. Doesn't matter. Do we want to use smart bombs to disable them? I believe this is a good situation to go with the basic laser. This is gonna hurt. Bang, right into our medical bay. Send the NGs to repair, and one of our fighters. Ouch. Another missile blasts into our hull and hits our teleport pad. This is a very poor matchup for us. Let's attack their weapons. Oh my goodness, good thing we dodged that missile, or we would have been in major trouble. Here comes another one. It hits for 2 into the mind control room. Another blow we suffer. It does appear that we're going to be able to bring this ship down with just our basic laser. Hopefully before it is able to teleport out of here. That's going to be very close. Jump imminent. Got it! Just in time. Did you see that? Save the day. The ship breaks apart, and you feel relief in the knowledge that you will hopefully still be one step ahead of the fleet. The little catch of rewards. Wow. What a relief. We hit it with the final basic laser blast literally split seconds before it teleported out of the battle. And now we limp away at half health, hoping to find his store. Instead, we will use this, we will go to the quest that we needed to do. This was, I believe, the Mantis war camp indicated in the previous video. Let's see what happens here. We find the Mantis encampment, but there are far too many of them to count accurately. You send a long-range message back to the settlement with your findings, but unfortunately, there's not much you can do. It would be suicide to attack directly. So I guess we will leave before they notice you. Aha! Something happened. As you try to leave, a patrol spots you. Wailing sirens begin to blare around the camp and the ship moves in to attack. Here we go. Let's prepare the mind control device and get teleporting over there and seize this ship as soon as possible. There's our Mantis that's attacking us. We will charm him with mind control, and this will give us a tremendous advantage. going to use our bomb trick and then move Cubbin and Liam out just before they're hit, in order to damage their weapon to save our hull. Back to the weapon room. We win. With the patrol ship taken care of, you hasten to leave. It won't be long before the other ships catch up. Very good catch of reward. Is this what we expected to find at the Mantis war camp? Nothing, and then attacked by a ship? The mystery may go on. But it doesn't appear to. Does anyone else feel that that was slightly anticlimactic? I know I do. But such is life in the cold, dead space. There's no grand narrative that we should ascribe to. Anything can happen. And on that, to the next beacon we go. And lo and behold, the store that we needed all along to repair our hull and give us that moment of respite. Fuel up, repair, have a few laughs, hang out with the shopkeeper. It's everything we needed. A ship engineer has set up a small shop here. A somewhat nondescript small shop. But I'll take it. 28 scrap to heal us all the way. Enough money for 4 gas. No money for any of this nonsense, unfortunately, but we had to buy what we had to buy. And we'll just take a moment to be happy that we made it this far, despite all that we went through during this sector, and move on as the travelers that we are. Is there time to visit anything but the exit? No, we will get out and make it just before the Rebel Armada Vanguard reaches us. And therefore, what happened to this civilian sector was ideal. You arrived at the long-range beacon. When the FTL drive is charged, you can jump to the next sector. But something's happening here. We found a space station set up for travelers. Browsing through its listings, you find a tavern full of mercenaries for hire. You look for potential crew members. A couple of rockmen hanging out at a bar, waiting for whatever ship to come by. They want more money than I have. I want nothing to do with them. So goodbye to Ten and Schultzy, if that is your real name. I can't take either of you seriously. So instead, we will be looking at leaving, jumping to our next sector, and that will be covered in part 3 of the Gila Monster Chronicles. Thank you for watching.